Because on standard mode, they're actually harder. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you can't do damage to them on standard mode. They don't take any damage. You literally just have to slog through health bars. But in critical mode, I do plenty of damage. And their damage output hasn't changed at all. Because I do my life bar in one hit anyway. These are the positives. Imagine in Dark Souls, they said, you're not really going to take a noticeable amount of damage because things are just going to rape your health bar in the first place. But you can do 3 times more damage.
Oh, I fucking wish.
But you won't know that your enemies are also doing the same thing. Because you were dying in 2 hits anyway.
Anyway, back to the confusing and sad story. So, basically, they denounced the citizenship of Iran, which made him stateless, where he technically, at that point, had no country of origin. So he was trying to fly to the UK to get his life in order and become a UK citizen since his mother was British. But he didn't have a citizenship and he didn't have his refugee papers, meaning it was illegal for him to fly. So he was trying to go to the UK and they found out he didn't have his refugee papers and he's stateless, meaning his passport and his visa wouldn't work. So basically, there's a flight rule where if someone doesn't have a passport and a visa, they're not allowed to travel internationally. You have to fly them back to their home country. But this guy is stateless because he was denounced and couldn't go to his home country. So, basically, the airport he tried to leave from, they had to fly him back to the airport he had to leave from. And because he was stateless, he wasn't allowed to go back to Iran. Because he didn't have a passport or visa, he wasn't allowed to leave the airport because he couldn't go through customs in the airport they had to fly him back to. So he was basically stuck in an airport for 18 years in a legal loophole because he was stateless, so he couldn't go home. Because he couldn't go home, he couldn't use a passport or anything to fly. So this man was basically trapped in an airport for almost 20 years because the legality of where he belongs was just this infinite loop. And they basically told him, like, you have to stay in this airport because if he left, that would technically be illegal because he would be leaving the airport without going through customs. And it's just this funny loophole of the way citizenship works because he technically had no home country.
Alright,
Yeah.
this is Brian's favorite organization member. Am I keeping you out too late?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Fucking Urod.
Don't let me keep you out too late. I have to work at noon. So do
Fucking
I.
Urod!
So do I. But I mean,
The first to run out of time is the loser.
The first to run out of time is the
hey,
loser.
if you want the easiest one to beat, it's this one.
I've seen
Unless you do that.
Mhm,
Don't
that's
do
not-
that.
He just wants
That
to
is
be.
not how you win against this boss.
He just wants to be immediately go to the dice.
Yeah, I should have paused. It's fine.
it's funny because like Carson was bitching about revenge values, but like speedrunners abuse those for easy wins.
Like I said, when you know how to abuse them,
But
you
look,
can.
I don't like that argument because that is knowing how to abuse something the same as a design flaw.
Hey, all I wanted to say is his revenge values. Speedrunners know how to skip that final stupid card part. I've seen people out damage him and
Skip it with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can skip it?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that.
Why can't I skip Demeeks?
So wait, I thought.
Because the Meeks is literally programmed to do the last one.
Wait,
Why isn't Luxord?
I thought
Because
that.
Luxord is just a
Oh my
Luxord
God.
is literally a desperation attack.
I thought that stupid card thing was his, like, revenge
No,
value. What
it-
does
it-
his revenge value do?
No,
Do you not understand revenge values, Carson?
And
Not
I-
all of them are the finishers.
What?
They just counter.
No.
Yeah, desperation attacks are literally something that just happen when they are at a certain health percentage.
Well, no. Some of them will, at certain health percentages, replace all their. So, I only know of one example, and that is Braig. Braig is the only one I know of who will literally use it instead of countering with his revenge value. He will
He-
Jesus.
It's a card.
So okay, I don't really have this much problem.
So yeah, speedrunners can skip out on his big desperation.
Anyway, no, Carson, they do not just use their desperation. So we got unequip, fucking auto limit,
Why was that even equipped to begin with?
Roxas,
Oh.
and most of them, but he doesn't have a health bar, so limit. No, dry forms don't really help that much.
How does the game calculate damage for this one?
Differently.
The first to run out of time.
It's not different. From my understanding, he actually does have a health bar.
Jesus! I did not have this much trouble last time I fought him.
I'd always... he technically does have a health bar, but they also calculated that weird little interval where he'll lose health over time.
It just doesn't reduce like a health bar.
Because, from my understanding, this
But no,
is...
Carson, normally what he will do for revenge value is jump out of the way and then try to counter you kind of Roxas style with the cards. But I mean, it's not nearly as threatening as Roxas.
The reason... So, the reason this one doesn't drain like a health bar, imagine his one bar is the collective equivalent of, 12 bars.
I guess that makes sense.
That's why it doesn't appear to drain like one.
Well, but it still doesn't drain like that. Because there's ways to make it drain a lot more. Most people use lightning on him.
But to go back to my original point, you can out-revenge...
But a lot of them have this weird thing where they want you to finish a certain way. So while you can skip that thing, if you're speedrunning, I guess you know a way of getting to that point faster. But, I mean, I don't.
They do so much DPS, he can't set up his final revenge value desperation move.
It's not revenge value. It literally is just a desperation move. Once you get his time so low, he will now constantly do this. I literally cannot stop him after this point. If you can skip it, you probably have to skip it. Because if you hit it once, he will literally do nothing but this until...
No, when you skip it, you're using a revenge value kind of overflow thing to out-damage him to keep him from doing this crap. And then he can do that nonsense.
It doesn't matter. If you beat that one, he dies.
Can he get health back from
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he restores time. He takes your time when you do that. But it doesn't matter. Because the next thing he's gonna do is that desperation again.
Look who's on top
This is just
Well,
a...
technically, you're both standing on the card, so you're both on top of the game.
This is just a dramatic game of 52 pickup.
I'd love to see this guy and Gambit play like blackjack together or something.
I didn't actually kill him, but I guess I'm close enough.
Oh,
George's favorite. Ooh, Lord.
we beat him.
Hoorah.
AP boost.
The best one.
Dance, water, dance. Repeat it all down.
Demeeks is the best one.
Fucking hate this boss.
You know, if they were punishment, if the punishment for failure in this wasn't so strict, this would actually be a well-designed boss. But the
I don't think there could be another punishment for this boss.
But the punishment for failure here makes it too intense.
At least that trick works. In case people are just looking for the data fights and didn't watch the rest of this or forgot, Demeeks' element is water, but in the game's coding it's ice, so him and these water clones are chronically weak to fire. So the best way to win is to spam fire, because they are so chronically weak to it, as is him in general. As you can fucking see. When you know that, it's not that unreasonable. But at the same time, it kind of is.
Damn it. Damn it!
Wait, how did you get anti-form? You're alone.
I'm not.
Donald and Goofy are in these person.
They are?
Yes.
Isn't this the best form, Brian?
No. This form is stupid.
Fucking anti-form.
You think?
Like, I shouldn't even have anti-form.
Yeah, I heard you say Mantine form. So where's a Pokemon now? Mantine was a Pokemon, right?
Yes.
So the thing that art always depicts it was Remoraid for some reason.
Because Riverade evolves into it.
No, Remoraid wasn't thought to.
Oh wait,
Hate this fucking boss. This is
but there
literally the
is
worst.
a Mantine evolves into Mantine. Now, at high enough levels, the clones, like, finisher combos do work good, but the reason a lot of people spam fire,
The clones, they have very low HP, but they do have enough HP to the problem.
go to Icarus!
So it doesn't even flinch if you die to that. Could have at least tried to put a flinching animation in.
You could go with a Bond of Flame build.
No, that's not my problem.
Uh,
That has nothing to do with my problem.
yeah.
My problem is I don't have enough Drive Gauge or magic to deal
Yeah.
with his fucking clones.
That's fair.
Because my problem isn't going to be this first set. He has to do a second fucking set of this.
Oh, yeah.
It's over. Take this. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Dance, water, dance. Heal. Light. Fire. 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 Fire.
Yeah, that is the annoying part, the multiple sets.
Somebody sat there and said, what if he just did water clones the whole boss?
And then that man was promptly fired.
No, they probably promoted him.
Something
It was
because-
probably Nomura's idea. Let's be honest.
There aren't enough belts and zippers for it to be on Nomura's idea.
Anti-Bomb.
Why?
Because
Organization battles are
the
programmed.
organization data fights especially,
I've literally never had this kind of, like, I've never hit anti-bomb as much.
You must have a big old like stockpile of anti-points.
No,
No.
I keep using final form.
apparently in the organization data fights,
The organization battles made anti-form more likely. Important bosses made anti-form more likely, and I think critical mode might have also made it more likely.
I've heard in the data fights it's like an over 200% chance. There they are. Oh. Oh lord. Why isn't he dead?
He has to do his last.
He has to do the last one.
Oh yeah. This is a stupid ball. How the hell? Yeah.
Oh, that was
Jesus.
that was like that was a
You got
pucker.
it, Brian.
That was a pucker right there.
You beat him.
That hurt my soul.
That was a pucker right there. That is what that was.
No, that was me saying, well, I mean, We might as well try because we're probably gonna die anyway.
Seconds.
Jesus Christ.
You were seconds. Oh no, milliseconds away.
Dance, Water, dance!
That fight is awful.
So next boss, I don't really have much I can do. I can change this, I guess.
For, you know, similar strategies you could do with the shield. Because the similar strategy would work. Though he has the problem of, like, basically if you get him, you know, kind of caught in the, like, final form stun lock through the rapid fire thing, the boss just dies. But if he is able to slip out of that, ya fucked.
So I have a problem here. This always looks like this to me, and so I get these two confused.
Axel's is the less solid one.
I know that, but it's just hard to tell.
Not really, no.
Shut up, Cars.
Shut up, Dundee.
Also, this is one of the more fun ones.
This is one of the few that's not 100% designed like total fucking ass.
You take damage every second the boss fight goes.
Just equip your Floor's Lava Spirit.
Your father, the Black Panther, is your father? Says it's well designed, immediately gets... Just...
Hey, again, anytime he says one of these is like easy or something.
Did I say it was easy?
No!
I didn't say those words. Those words did not leave my mouth. I said I like this one.
And Carson said it was well designed!
Anytime something like that happens, just smash cut to the first failure.
So, edit the Super Smash Brothers as my content. Okay, Gordon, I'll smash cut. Don't know why you want that as a transition, but you
You know what I fucking mean, you asshole.
Make my ass whole. An editing transition.
Oh, fuck me.
Zip.
You know, I noticed the bosses that generally feel better designed and don't rely as much on bullshit, or the ones you have to fight in the story, the ones that were created as absent silhouettes, those are fucking awful.
Look at him just iframing through all of that.
What's that about Kingdom Hearts 2 not having bosses that don't just stop taking damage?
The issue is that he just said Sora. Interesting. Problem with this boss.
Don't you need the...
That reaction command is fucking hard to do.
Yeah. Too like...
Like, you have a second to do that reaction command. If you don't do reaction command,
You're fucked.
you can't win. You have to make the floor not be made of lava before you can kill him. That includes if you lava the floor and he re-lava'd it.
Like I said, just equip your lava immune spirit.
It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you struggle with the Longsword and the Demeeks data fights? And as a side question, do any of you struggle with that one reaction command in the Axel data fight? Because that one is also difficult. But the reason My main question is about Luxord and Demyx. I find both of these fights have a far worse gimmick than Axel. Luxord's time gimmick is incredibly annoying in the data fight because it is way harder, and that one pinch move he does can easily cause people to lose. As for Demyx, you saw the failed attempts in this video. Defeating his water clones can be really annoying unless you are incredibly good at spamming fire magic with a drive form. If you want an easier drive form to use, because Demyx is also weak to fire, this is a good time to actually use Wisdom form. As for Luxord, it's just a matter of getting his patterns down and understanding what you need to do, and pause buffering like Sean was doing can also help. Axel was more of a side point because I feel Axel is not that gimmicky other than the reaction command being incredibly tight. So I don't consider him as annoying, but I have seen that reaction command screw over a lot of people. But anyway, I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shield for a minute if you subscribe to the channel. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. See you later.